There is a moment in The Little Mermaid that hits differently once you work in security. Ursula, the sea witch, does not steal Ariel's legs or her memories or her name. She takes her voice. She puts it in a shell around her neck, and then she walks around wearing it, and everyone who hears it believes she's someone she's not. That was a fairy tale. It needed a magic spell and a signed contract. Today, it needs your voicemail greeting. Welcome back to AI Proof. The machines are learning, so should you. This is topic 4, and something changes here. The first 3 were about tricking the machine: injection, jailbreaking, leakage. Starting today, the machine is not the target. You are. And the thing being attacked is something you have never once thought to protect. Voice cloning is software that listens to a recording of a real person and then speaks as them. Not an impression, not a sound-alike actor. Pitch, the rhythm, the little catch in the throat, the way they say your name. How little does it take? Cybersecurity expert named Ann Dickherber demonstrated this on local news by cloning a reporter's voice from just seconds of audio. Her words, quote, "Less than 10 seconds of your voice is all I need to be able to make a clone of your voice that would fool anyone. And it is not a recording being played at you." CNN describes newer tools that convert a scammer's live speech into someone else's voice as they talk, which means it holds a conversation. It talks back. CNN reports that these techniques facilitate back and forth conversations between the target and the AI clone voice, potentially making the scam more convincing. That is Ajder's assessment. And note the word potentially. Nobody is claiming this is flawless. Your voicemail greeting is enough. A birthday video your cousin posted, 30 seconds of you talking at a wedding. None of that felt like sensitive data when it went up. And here is the quiet thing that changed. For years, a voice on the phone was treated in practice as proof of who you are, and even though nobody ever formally made it one. It worked because copying a voice was hard. Copying is no longer hard. So the proof quietly expired and nobody sent a notice. Her name is Deborah Del Mastro. She is a mother in California. A stranger called and said he had taken her adult daughter, Sarah, and wanted money for her return. Then he said he had someone there she needed to talk to. She told reporters she heard her daughter's voice. Quote, sobbing, trying to breathe, having a panic attack. And the voice said, quote, "I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm scared. I'm so sorry." She said her mouth just dropped. The caller demanded she wire $5,400 to multiple locations in Mexico. She sent it. Now, hold on to this next part, because it is the whole topic. She did call her daughter. CNN reported it plainly. She called her daughter only after sending the money. Her daughter answered right away and was at work. She had the right instinct. She just had it in the wrong order. That is not a failure of intelligence. That is a failure of sequence. And sequence is something you can fix tonight. Scale briefly. According to FBI reporting, cited by CNN, Americans lost more than $893 million to AI-related scams last year. That covers voice cloning along with AI-written phishing, romance scams, and other hoaxes, all counted together. So treat it as the neighborhood, not the address. Banks do not warn customers about things that are not happening. CNN notes Starling Bank in the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth Bank of Australia have both told customers to watch for exactly this. And this is not only a family problem. In the first days of August, a wave of these calls landed at some of the most sophisticated financial firms on the planet. Citadel, Point72, 2 Sigma, Millennium Management, and several private equity firms that were not named. Vishing, by the way, is just phishing over a phone call instead of email. 2 Sigma says its security team responded quickly and, in its own words, has no indication of any impact to our data or our systems. Point 72 told investors a preliminary review found no client information taken with checks still running. That is the good news. The bad news is what the callers were after. Not money. The analysis of the wave is blunt about it. Quote, none of the reported calls were aimed at a money transfer. The requests concerned credentials, password resets, second factor codes, and unlocking access to internal systems. In plain terms, they wanted logins. Somebody calls the IT help desk in the voice of a real employee, says they are logged out, and asks to register the app that sends their login codes. So the codes start arriving on the attacker's phone. The help desk exists to be helpful. Helpfulness is the vulnerability. So the attack has a shape. And once you see the shape, you can spot it mid-call. Step 1. Harvest the audio that is already public. Step 2. Clone it. Step 3. The call. And this is the craft. It always arrives with 2 ingredients. Urgency, so you cannot think. Isolation, so you cannot check. There has been an accident. I have a broken nose. That is why I sound like this. And Fox News notes that is deliberate. Scammers introduce physical excuses, a broken nose or a bad connection, to cover any slight artifacts in the cloned voice. Step 4. And here the attack forks. If they call your house, they want money that cannot be clawed back. Wire transfers, gift cards, crypto, or cash to a courier at your door. If they call your office, they do not want money at all. They want the login. Because a stolen wire is one loss you can count. A working password is a door that stays open. Now, why does this work on careful people? You do not verify your daughter's voice. You never have. Recognizing the voice of someone you love is not a check you run. It happens before you decide anything. Attackers are not defeating your judgment. They are arriving underneath it. Henry Ajder, an expert on AI-generated media who advises governments and companies, told CNN, quote, for the everyday person, it is just not fair to expect them to be able to spot this stuff. I struggle with it. Most people do. And the old tells have expired. CNN puts it directly, quote, strange pauses or vocal fluctuations were previously considered red flags that a caller's voice might be AI generated. But those signals may no longer be present now that AI has advanced. So here is how you prepare. 4 things. Number 1. Agree on a secret word with the people you love. This is not a clever internet idea. It is a formal FBI recommendation. Their public service announcement says it in one line. Quote, create a secret word or phrase with your family to verify their identity. Ars Technica traced the idea back to an AI developer named Asara Nia, who proposed it publicly in March of 2023 so that trusted contacts could confirm they were speaking to you, and in Nia's words, not a deep-faked, deep-cloned version of you. Bloomberg's Rachel Metz wrote that the idea is becoming common in the AI research community. One founder told me it's also simple and free. Simple and free. A cloned voice reproduces how your daughter sounds. It cannot reproduce a word the two of you agreed on at the kitchen table and never wrote down. Pick something ordinary and specific, not your dog's name, which is on your Instagram. Then actually tell your parents, your kids, your partner. Password nobody knows about protects nobody. Number 2, hang up and call back on a number you already have. And I want to explain why the incoming number means nothing. CNN describes caller ID spoofing, where an attacker makes the call appear to come from a number you know. So a call that looks like it is from your mother is not evidence it is from your mother. Ask Deborah Del Mastro. The callback worked. It just came second. This is the same rule at work, wearing a badge. If a request arrives by phone, the verification has to happen on a channel that is not that phone call. So a help desk should call back on the number already in the employee record, and every newly registered login code device should alert the real employee. That alert is the moment they discovered they asked for nothing. Do either one and a perfect voice clone becomes a wasted phone call. Number 3. Treat urgency itself as the alarm. Right now, a panicked voice makes you move faster. Retrain it so a panicked voice plus a demand for money makes you slow down. Real emergencies survive a pause. Scams do not, because the whole operation depends on you never getting a clear moment. Number 4. Shrink your public audio. The FBI recommends limiting public access to recordings of your voice, making social media accounts private, and restricting followers to people you actually know. Small friction. It will not stop a determined attacker, and it does not have to. It only has to make you a worse target than the next person. One last thought. For 3 topics, the fix was always about limiting the machine. Today, the machine is not what needs limiting. Your verification habits are. The old proof, I know that voice, has quietly expired and almost nobody has been told. Your voice is no longer proof that you are you. That sounds like a loss, and it is. But it is only dangerous while you still believe the old rule. The C-witch is only powerful for as long as everyone keeps trusting the voice in the shell. Pick your word this week. Tonight, honestly, it takes one text message and it costs nothing. Next topic, we move from a voice on the phone to a face on a video call. Same trick, more pixels. Stay human, stay ready.